What's up? What's up?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I don't know if you noticed that, it was on my show tonight, but I was driving home today, and usually I get home and I kind of start the live real quick.
Right.
I was like, I always put the same picture on, typically on mine, because it's just one we made a long time ago, and I just put it on. But I decided, first time I've opened up my Adobe Photoshop in probably months.
Right.
And I said, I got to put something on the front of that. So
Yeah.
for anybody that's jumping and listening, you'll see on my thumbnail, it says the real pop culture talk. Because we're going to give it to you real. You good?
Yeah. What'd you say again?
No, I said that on the front of that, I had to put, I had to put a wordings, but it's the same picture, but I added the wordings real pop culture talk.
Oh, yeah, because we're gonna be offensive. You should have put offensively real, or offensively real would have been right. Offensively.
I think even in the title, I think I put love us, hate us, real pop culture talk.
Zach was popping.
We're just gonna poke everybody.
Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Yeah, I'm going to make a video this Friday. I was going to put a video out last Friday. I decided that I wasn't. Not because it wasn't a great video, because it was a great video, but simply because I knew that it was going to offend a lot of people. And so I pulled back on it just a little bit, and I've got to figure out a way to make the videos without blatantly calling people out and blatantly offending people. I mean, not that I really care, because I don't think that I don't think a lot of people would care, to be honest. And I think the people that it would offend, I mean, would offend them and their following, but who would really care? I mean, it wouldn't really matter. So I will at some point. I'll figure out how to do it here at some point, or maybe I will silently fact check people. Yeah, I don't know yet. I'm gonna figure it out. I haven't done it yet.
I think I just get tired of people, trying to be fake on here for ulterior motives and stuff like that. I mean, you're gonna find in social media and stuff like that, there's a lot of fake people. Why? Because they're trying to get clicks, they're trying to get views.
It's clicks. Yeah, it's clicks and views.
Really where it is.
It's all about clicks and views.
And I think that for us, we're at that level, at that place in space where, I mean, I haven't really put out a video in months, and you're still doing stuff, but you're doing great on your other end. And we kind of just come in here to hang out, really, to be honest with you. So
I'm probably once a month right now.
I don't really care whether I get, I mean, I'm not taking anything down, but I really don't care whether I get views or subscribers or anything like that. I'm just, so for us, to me, there's nothing to hide. There's nothing to fear and stuff like that. Because I really don't care.
YouTube actually did it to me, though. So I think that me and you had these conversations while I was having. Can you hear me okay today, by the way? Because I dropped my mic today. Okay, so I was having these conversations with Google, and it was about my page. So I don't know if a lot of people know this, but and there's only me, you, and Zach in here right now, so I don't really care. Google suppressed my page for the last 4 years. I'll just say 4 years to be easy. The last 4 years. After my first year of growth, Google did something to my page, and I knew that there was something wrong with it, but I was afraid to voice it because I was afraid that people were going to be like, oh, he's crying, he's not growing fast enough. Oh, he's just crying, and it's not real, right? But I would get 20 followers in a day, and I would lose 21. And I would get 15 followers in a day, and I would lose 16. And I did that every day for 2 years. For 2 years, I would gain this many followers and lose this many followers. And it was always by more than I gained. And I did that for 2 years. For 2 years, I did this before I said a word because I was always afraid that everyone was going to be like, oh, he's just crying. He thinks his videos are better than they are. So I just stayed silent, and I just silently struggled with it every day, because you look at the numbers and you're like, all right, man, I'm going up, I'm going up, and then they fall. And you're like, what the fuck happened? Like, excuse me, I'm sorry.
I don't care about that.
You're like, what happened? Right. And I did this for 2 years until I started messaging Google, and I said, hey guys, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like I know that, like, I see my numbers are going up, and people are in. And I think what brought it to attention to me one day is my dad actually said, hey, did you take your page down? And I said, what do you mean, did I take my page down? He says, well, I'm not following you and I can't find you. And I've been following you all of this time. And I said, well, what do you mean? So then I started asking other people. I said, hey, Mom, or can you find me, or are you following me? She says, yeah, I'm following you. Let me look. Hold on. No, I'm not following you. So then they started unfollowing people that knew me, like, personally. And so then I got irritated and reached out to Google and said, hey, guys, what is going on? Like, now I'm going down every day by the number that I go up. And now you're unfollowing people that are directly, like, really close to me. Like, what is going on? And they said, oh, nothing. And they pressed a couple of buttons, and suddenly I started gaining followers. Yeah. I was like, what? Right. I started getting, so that happened for about 3 months, and then it started doing it again. And I said, oh, so I reached out to Google again. I said, hey, man, what's going on? And they said, oh, nothing's going on. And they give me a load of shit. And they'd say, it must have been an update. It must have been this. It must have been that. They'd press a few buttons, and suddenly I'd start growing again. And I did that for another 3 years before I contacted them again. And Buddy says, and I sent you all of the messages. I don't know if you remember this.
I remember that.
And he said, you probably should just find a new niche. This niche is not for you. And I said, hold on, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, this is, and somehow he knew I was screenshotting him. And I don't really know how, but he somehow knew that I was taking screenshots, because he stops in the conversation with me and says, oh, don't worry, at the end of this, I will send you a link and you can download this whole conversation. And I said, oh, that'd be great. Appreciate you. So I quit screenshotting it. And so at the end of it, he sends me a link. I go to the link and it wiped everything out, wiped it all out. I was like, oh, look at this. Like, oh, Buddy, like, blatantly told me that you're never going to grow on this platform, that it's never going to happen. Not in this niche. This niche is not for you. He said that you need to go look at other niches like vlogging and things like that, that this niche is not for you. You need to get outside of this niche. He also told me that it was only 4,000 people at any given time. And he was looking at all of the screens. So that's how I know that there's a lot of content creators that are blatantly lying about their following. They're blatantly lying about their views. They're blatantly lying about so many things, because if the niche is only 4,000 people at any given time, there's only 4,000 views in your video. Yeah. You're not going to get more than that, because there's not more people watching in the niche. And so when that was said to me, I think that I just lost all my ambition to keep pushing it. I mean, because why keep pushing something if they are allowing their system to purposely push me back?
So, Zach, explain it a little bit more. The ones saying this about you are winning are the ones who are gaining views not by honest ways. I think I understand what you're saying. You basically talk about the people within a small niche like Funko. How are they continue gaining weight? Yes, they're buying a lot of them.
A lot of them's being bought. So there's a lot of that.
Can go. There's a new website actually that one's
Social Blade. Go to Social Blade.
There's a new one out there that's actually better, and it actually got put up by Mr. Beast, I believe.
Social Blade's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah,
Social Blade gives you these crazy, like, you could see these crazy spikes all of a sudden, and these crazy spikes are, you bought the views, and so you bought the subscribers. Now the problem is when they say that it's 4,000 at any given time, what they mean is the turnover in it is at 4,000. So 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, and you're having a turnover, and that's why you're like right now. So that's why a channel of like 4,000 like mine only gets 200 or 300 views per video. That's it, because all of those other people have quit watching Funko. They've moved on. They've moved on, and now you're getting in the new group of people that are watching Funko. And then you have that constant revolving going on. It never, ever stops. And
The other new one that's really good is called View Stats. It's actually originally created through Mr. Beast, and it goes a lot more detailed into, you know, a creator's thing. So put some of these people that you think are winning, and mind you, they may be winning in different ways, but that's why you also see that, you know, I think for us, even early on, like they will constantly push things like, you know, their subscriber thing where they do different stuff. You know, a lot of these people, that's how they make different money, stuff like that. We learned about that early on, and we was like, nah, we kind of felt we didn't feel right about doing some of those subscriber things because it kind of, I don't know. I think the more we learned, that at least for me, the more I learned, I just didn't really care for doing it, to be honest with you. And you know, I didn't feel like, and plus I didn't have the time into it. But you know, you can definitely watch into people's views. I mean, you can see their overall views, their subscribers, stuff like that. I mean, you can go onto mine right now and you'll see, you know, from the amount of subscribers through a short period of time. And I ain't gonna lie, I've done advertisements before. I've done advertisements on YouTube. I've done advertisements on Fiverr, stuff like that, and that's more of discovery, just to see what happens with it. But they're not real. You can kind of see the different countries they're coming from, and not so. Just because you have a large amount of subscribers doesn't equal views. It's not the same thing. A high subscriber number may not equal views.
This is how I've always broke it down. This is the easiest way that I discovered that you could tell if a video is truly getting the amount of traction that you think it is getting. And this is what I'll show you. So I have a video, or we have a video collectively in this house. We have a video that has over 1 million views. And I'm going to show you how many comments have on this video. And this is going to like help you out understand like that. So when you see videos that are getting 20 and 30 and 50 and 60 and 70,000 views, but they're only getting 50 to 100 comments, it's not possible. It's something is seriously wrong when you see it like that.
I think on average, most real successful social medias will say that out of take the number of subscribers you have, and you should be getting at least half of that in views.
Yes.
Of whatever your number is. So if you go through these, don't just go off of what they have pinned. Go into their whole video collection, and it'll show you how many views they have on certain things. And you'll might see that, you know, a couple things have a couple thousand views or something like that, and then also they have a bunch of videos that are under views. You can pick that particular item to get pushed on, you know, different ways and or be advertised or something like that. But yeah, they're definitely pushing those out in different ways. Now, in some aspects, you know, you can say, hey, you have a product, you want to be, I mean, all the big companies out there have a product and they want to advertise it, and you know, you have the full right to do that, but don't be fake about it. Be upfront about it.
Look, it's super simple, right? So videos that are getting 44,000 views and are only getting 100 comments, there's a mathematical equation that's off there. I mean, there's a severe mathematical equation that's off. You're going to notice this now when you go to looking, Zach, and you go to looking at the videos versus views. You're going to start realizing that there's something dramatically off. There's some channels, and I'm not going to say their name, that are 100% legit, and I'm looking at one right now. His views are always somewhere under the 10,000 range, and you think, man, he has a much larger following than that. That should be about right. No, that's about right for his following. That is about steady where he's at, because you have to remember that there's only 4,000 people in this community at any given time, and is turning over all the time. So that's about right where he's at. And when you look at his comments, right, you look at his comments, he has a video that has 2,000 views right now. It has 100 comments. So think about the video that I just told you that had 44,000 views and only had 100 comments. And now you have one that has 2,000 views that has 100 comments. Mathematically, it doesn't make sense, right? Mathematically, you have one video that has a lot of engagement, not very many views, and then you have this other video that has astronomical amount of views but no engagement. It doesn't mathematically make sense, and it never will. And so that's how you can quickly start determining like who is legit and who is not. That is the easiest way to do it. There's a lot of people that put on a fake persona, but I think that my account got hammered in two different directions. One, I think that it got hammered from Funko. I mean, I kind of openly got told that from somebody, and then I think that they kind of helped YouTube hammer it on the other end. So it kind of hit this weird shadow ban at some point. I, for years, was afraid to ever say that out loud. For years, I was afraid to ever say that out loud. But it's you will see it now that that the niche is not as big as people want you to believe it is. But we're not going to talk about that anymore. We're going to move on from the subject because I seen something today that I wanted to talk about, and this is going to be one of those like we're not going to get super negative with it. But we're going to talk about it for a second only because it's relevant in the Funko community and nobody else is going to talk about this but us. So we're going to have to talk about it. So Funko it says that Funko agrees to pay the $2 million settlement to resolve the claims and misled investors. There's going to be some legal problems from people in the future from this right here. So this is kind of something that the investors have been going at for quite a while. And I think maybe we've talked about it. I believe we've talked about it a few times before where Funko's been under all of these different lawsuits. Well, they finally started losing them. They say settle, but settle just means you're going to lose. and you decide that settling will be cheaper from you in the long run than losing will be. So there's a lot of people that's going to get caught up in this one. And these people are the same people that have quietly left Funko, right? These are, with the exception of one. I mean, and I'm not really going to say his name because I feel like that this you'd probably get you like a cease and desist order if you're not careful. So Mariotti is going to wind up getting caught up into this, and I think it's going to get caught up in insider trading. That's what I believe that it's going to get caught up into. I believe insider trading. It says in here that Funko is not admitting any illegal acts, anything like that in this whole statement. If y'all want to see it, go check it out. It's you want to read the whole thing. It's over on retaildive.com. So go check it out on retaildive.com. If you want to read the whole thing, it basically says that they misled their investors. We all know that they did. They misled their investors and made them believe that they were doing much better than they were, and that they unrightfully gained from misleading their investors. And they did. That's the other part of it. They actually did. They misled the investors by not letting them know that they were having problems with the change from Washington to Arizona, right? They were having a lot of problems, and they quietly kept it to themselves and kept telling everybody they're not having problems, they're not having problems, they're not having problems. They were logistically a nightmare, and they knew that they were logistically a nightmare, but they kept letting everyone believe that it wasn't, and kept driving the price of the stock up, making everybody think that they were in this beautiful place. But here's the problem with what they were doing, right? So they were actually taking, and they were gaining in the ownership. I'm trying to think. They call it C stock, and they call it something else, where you're actually getting paid in stocks for being a CEO, for being Mariotti, you're getting paid in these extra stocks and dividends, right? So what they did though is that they started selling out their stocks while it was real high, right? So they drove the price up and didn't tell anybody that they were having these problems, and they kept driving the price of the stock up. Meanwhile, they were selling off their stock. Now, Martha Stewart went to jail for that. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I think that there's going to be some people that get caught up in insider trading, and it'll be really interesting to see like how this goes down, because We know for a fact that Mariotti sold off a very large portion of the stocks. I mean, it was reported everywhere when he did it. We know for a fact that another guy did it, that we're not going to say his name, that still works for Funko. We know for it because it's public, right? And every time these guys did it, it was made public. I mean, every time they did it, it was made public. And I don't really know why it was made public. Maybe the stockholders were wanting it to be made public so that they could come back to this inevitably and be like, see, on this day and at this time, these guys knew that the stock was in danger, but they kept pushing it up to sell it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case, but I know that this has been going on for a long time. So to see Funko take this blow right here, that they're going to have to pay back their investors $2 million. And I don't know what investors it is. I know that it's very large investors that got caught up into this. They're going to have to pay them back $2 million. Was probably a drop of the hat of like really what it was. It's probably just a drop in the bucket of to what they really like was owing people. But I do believe that this is going to be a trickle effect coming forward for this gentleman and a few other ones that were all kind of doing it together. I mean, that's the honesty to it. They were all kind of playing this shell game together to manipulate the price of the stock, to manipulate the company, to manipulate it all. So this was like the first, like, we knew something was wrong with Funko, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this was where we first started to know it. So I think that inevitably we're going to see like some strange stuff start happening with Funko coming up here in the future. I think that's why they did so many different like shell games that they did. Like they got rid of this CEO, pulled in this CEO, got rid of that one, kept this
we definitely
one.
knew something weird was going on around then, where it's like he's stepping down, but he's technically still on the board or something, and it just kind of didn't make a lot of sense.
I agree with you 100%.
You're gonna step down.
Which one? I pulled up the wrong one. Let me unpull this one for a second. Gonna remove this one for 2 seconds. So there's not a whole lot going on in the Funko community. So I hope that there's like more going on elsewhere. Because there's just not a lot going on. There is some cool stuff going on at Mondo. Now, I guess if we're going to consider Mondo is a part of Funko, when I first seen what I'm about to show you, I thought, man, these things are like extremely overpriced. I thought there's no way this guy is ever selling.
That's Skeletor?
That is Skeletor. So that's going to be like, no, hold on. I'm just trying to change they took away our other view, didn't they? They did. Oh, there we go. I'm trying to make it a little bigger there. There we go. I guess that's as big as we're going to be able to get it. So this is going to be Skeletor on his horse. I didn't even know he had a horse. Did you know this?
I don't remember him having a horse.
I didn't even know.
I mean, granted, I can't say yes or no. It's been years since I've seen this cartoon, but
I didn't even know. And I used to have all of the figures. I had the battle damaged Skeletor and He-Man and the castles and the stupid stuff that every boy had. Their Barbie, the boy Barbies. I had the boy Barbies, right? Yeah. I was a victim to the boy Barbies. So I had these guys. I don't remember him ever having a horse. This thing is $775 is how much they are asking for this.
That's ridiculous.
Well,
I mean, there looks to be a lot of detail there, but
when I first seen it, I said the same thing that you just said. I said, that's ridiculous. They're never selling these guys. I was wrong. So,
well, we know that there's groups of people out there that, I mean, especially everything Masters of the Universe, I mean, gets jumped on. It's got a weird cult following for sure.
So,
yeah.
They'll say the poster for $60. Once again, I thought that was a lot, but I got proven wrong. You can buy the horse by itself. You can buy him by himself. It's a little bit more expensive if you do that. So check this out. You see that they got this Skeletor here, right? This 16th scale. Once again, I seen the price like $225. I thought there's no way. There's
but that looks way more cartoon realistic,
right?
What I remember of Skeletor.
Super detailed though.
Oh yeah,
super detailed. I mean, just crazy amounts of detail in this. $225. I thought $235. I thought, well, this is insane, right? Crazy talk here. then I kept scrolling. Sold out, 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 sold out. I was like, hold on.
People got some money to spend.
I was like, maybe I'm the crazy one, because these things are sold out. I mean, look at the detail in this guy. I mean, that is crazy amounts of detail that they packed into him. So hey, I'm the crazy one. They're however not the crazy one. We are the crazy ones. Those guys are sold out. That was $275 if you bought it by itself. I guess that's probably not Skeletor though, if we're being honest. This is probably somebody else.
I mean, that looks like it's a version of Skeletor, maybe.
This is Evil Ghost. That's what I thought. I was like, maybe that's not Skeletor. It's not Skeletor. It's gonna be one of the
I don't remember. Again, it's been years since I've seen this stuff.
So anyways, crazy like Mondo stuff that's coming out. I guess we have to like give Funko credit there. I don't really think that this is a Funko company though, but
well, keeping in line with toys, you know, I've gotten a recent real enjoyment out of something new, and so I've actually been looking on their website lately more than other people's websites. But if we're going to start talking toys, we also got to talk some Legos, because I really enjoy Lego. In fact, did I ever show you guys what my wife actually ended up buying me? I'll go put this back on the big screen real quick. This thing, check this out. Show me the actual shield.
Crazy big.
Huge. It's
crazy big.
3,128 pieces. Still haven't taken it out of the box yet. Don't know how many pouches there are, but I am really going to enjoy it. I find Legos I guess, I don't know. It's like therapeutic type thing to me.
So I have a few of them that I need to put together that I just haven't gotten put together. So I've
got another one, one somewhere around here that I still got to do, but
I have the Mario, like what is that? The plant, that Mario plant.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember the name of it right now. When it comes out of the pot.
Yeah, so my wife got me that one. Just got me that one for Father's Day. I have a few. I got to get some Legos put together. I think that maybe one day I'll just do a time lapse on them and then post them at some point. Maybe somewhere. Who knows?
Possible. I literally will sit here at my desk and start putting them in, and I'll usually have a movie on one of my screens, and I just sit there in my office and just kind of chill. But I always look at, because, you know, some people, they always see all the big ones that'll come up, and that's what everyone talks about. But they do come out with new sets quite often. And I mean, yes, it's Legos. The prices are what the prices are. It is what it is. But some of these are still kind of cool. You got the new Jaws set, which I think is definitely kind of cool. You got the boat, you got Jaws on there. You got the Dark Falcon, which I don't know what's the deal with the Dark Falcon, but I mean, Millennium Falcon, just black.
I'll be in that soon.
Maybe that's soon enough. Of course,
soon.
Their cars are pretty awesome. They got the McLaren in there. These plants, I've never gotten one, but I mean, they're kind of cool. The C-3PO is kind of looking at, and it's on back order, by the way. The C-3PO is 11,000 pieces. I was trying to find out how tall this thing actually
is. What's it, like life size at 11,000 pieces?
I think it's a life size. It's 11,000, but I don't think it's full life size. I mean, I was trying to see. It should say right there on the box, but it's not giving me that full info there.
It's not terribly big.
No,
they have it in the shelf right there.
It's not like, because I still think the tallest one is the Eiffel Tower, which sits at about 8 feet tall or something like that. They've also, let's see, what else we got? We got travel moments, message boards. There was one on here I thought was kind of cool. You got a Groot, dancing Groot, which I don't know if he actually dance.
Cut that Fortnite bus.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, the Fortnite bus with the balloon. Yeah.
It's for
$49.
$100. That one's kind of cool. You got some more Star Wars stuff. I think it's on the next page. I was looking at another. Isn't this thing Fortnite?
More Fortnite, yeah. Yep.
Here's some more Super Mario and Yoshi. We got Iron Man. We got the Desert Skiff and Scarlac Pit from, of course, Star Wars. Some more Star Wars scenes. This one I kind of like, and it can't be that big because it's only $80. But the Hellcraft carrier, I've already got one of the planes, which I've actually just found out the other day that I'm glad my wife got me that plane up there because from Avengers, because they actually just discontinued that set, which I thought, it's like, okay, this thing to add to the plane thing, I think might be kind of cool. The Milano, which putting those up together would probably be pretty awesome. But I know one that I told my wife that I really, really kind of want for the end of the year, and it's not even a Marvel. It's a Home Alone house.
Home Alone house.
The Home Alone house. Have you seen that thing?
I have not seen that thing.
It should be on here. This thing is, and mind you, my wife's a big Christmas person, so it's kind of an easy talk in. It's about $300. And it is 3,955 pieces.
C-3PO is 3 foot 2 inches. Oh my god,
that's pretty tall.
That is crazy big. Crazy big.
That's not bad for the price too. But yeah, you got the characters from Home Alone. You got the spider. You got, all kinds of. It's got all the different scenes of the house on the inside like this. I think it's just kind of cool looking. So I'm like, I think I need the Home Alone house. So that'd be pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome. So is it the whole house or is it just the front of the house?
Well, I think it's the front of the house, and the front of the house opens up to the different scenes in the in the house, kind of like that's the other side. Kind of opens up. So you've got the kitchen, you got the living room, you got the attic.
This house is actually in Chicago, right?
It is. It's still in Chicago. I've actually looked it up. You can find it on Zillow. In fact, I think it's for sale right now.
It's for sale right now. Yeah.
But the inside doesn't look like that home. Nope. Where, of course, that movie came out in the mid '90s, typical '90s type home. Whoever bought it last or owned it did a whole lot of renovations on that house.
I think they said they had to.
Yeah, I think they had to do a lot of work anyways in the walls and stuff like that. Now the basic structures, that big stairwell is still there and everything like that. But they changed all the colors and everything. But you got to bring it up to date. But this alone, to me, this is a classic one in there. But I love Legos. I've really, really started getting into them and really started enjoying them. So I actually lately have been looking on these more than I have Funko, to be honest with you.
So I think I made the crossover into Hot Toys.
Hot Toys are cool too.
So I think that I'm going to officially make the crossover coming up in probably December into Hot Toys. I'll show you why. Here, let me show you why. I'm gonna show you like what I'm talking about. So Hot Toys is they got those 16 scale figures. I know everybody knows what I'm talking about. Those guys are god awful big, right? I know we've all seen them. They're like the big ones people pose, all that good stuff. So check out the latest one that they have come out with.
Oh, the Deadpool series.
Oh,
I love Hot Toys. Their details are so great. It's just they're freaking expensive.
So they came out with the Deadpool, and I couldn't resist myself. I had to get it. It's on pre-order. They're not you're probably not going to see them.
That's how Hot Toys does a lot of their stuff. They kind of sell them and then they make them.
Yeah, so I couldn't resist myself. I had to do it. This guy comes with a crazy amount of things. He's got the different poses, the Deadpool, the dead baby, the what do you call it? The Deadpool baby, the Deadpool dog, a baby pool. You got the Deadpool dog. I mean, now I did mess up when I got him. So he comes with both of his Desert Eagles, the swords, the knives, all of the little like things that you could imagine this thing's going to come with. They come with. I mean, it's just crazy. Comes with the zombie head.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy, awesome. Crazy. Say what?
That's pretty awesome, especially that Wolverine too. That's pretty
well, they're coming out with the Wolverine next year, so that's February of next year. The suit that they actually have him in is made out of real fabric, so it's a real fabric suit that he's in, which I also thought was pretty insane that they got him in a real fabric suit. You've got all the different finger poses, so he can do like the hearts and all of that crazy stuff, like that one right there. He can do the finger hearts and all of those different poses.
Yeah, their figures are so detailed, and it's. I mean, I think they're. There's a lot of companies that are starting to promote those, but Hot Toys is still the best.
So I kind of messed up on one aspect. So they had the collector's edition, and then they had the special edition. Now in this, there's no difference in the price of them, but I couldn't figure out the difference between the special edition and the collector's edition. So I just bought the collector's edition. The special edition,
the gold gun,
has the gold Desert Eagles. Has the gold Desert Eagles, and I figured that out today. I was like, oh, that's the difference. That's the only difference, is that the special edition comes with the gold Desert Eagles. The one that I got does not come with the gold Desert Eagles. I'll paint them gold if I have to. If it bothers me that much, I will just paint them gold.
Just be like, old school, bring out your old school Warhammer out and just get your paint out and just start
Exactly. If it bothers me that much.
Did you ever do Warhammer? That is such a, I mean, you got to be, I mean, I was a D&D kid, so we still got our books and our dice, but man, Warhammer was that game that you had to be really, really, really into it, because that was not only expensive, but that was time consuming.
Yeah, no, I never got into Warhammer. Never got into those. Thank God, because could you imagine the amount of money you would have had tied up in those little figures?
And I knew friends that did Warhammer, and I don't think I had the patience enough to sit there and paint those damn things, because they never came painted. Of course.
No, you had to paint them all yourself.
But
you had to paint them all yourself. Absolutely insane. I would have never ever. What was that from Tiger King? I'd never financially recover from that.
No. And I mean, I remember seeing there was a store at the mall that sold Warhammer, had the full sets, all this stuff, and I never even want to go in there because I'm like, I don't even want to look at the price of these damn things. It's just too much involved.
So anyway, I think that's going to like mess me up, because now that I've been looking, there's so many other things that I want to get my hands on as well. The problem is they're kind of expensive. I mean, let's be honest. When you buy these things, you're buying a figure that is kind of expensive. So I'm going to have to make room for them if I start to bring these in my studio, which is already like kind of overrun at this moment. Check this out, though. I'm going to see if I can find it, because I found something on here. Was that?
It's the dude.
It is the dude. I found something on here. That was they sent me they actually sent me and I thought, you've got to be kidding me. Like, this is going to be maybe I spelled it wrong. They sent it to me in an email, but you can get Gizmo, and I clearly spelt it wrong.
Gizmo from Gremlins?
Yes, they got the Gremlins. They got these things in a character replica, so you can get these guys in a movie replica version. I don't know why I can't seem to just pull him up. Say what?
That white Vision is pretty badass.
All of them are extremely badass. So I think that I'm going to fall down another rabbit hole when it comes to these things. But I'm going to make room for them the right way when I do this. I'm going to like sell off hordes of Funko Pops to make room for them. This Vision is absolutely insane. Let's click on him real quick.
That Vision is awesome.
I mean, just look at the amount of detail and work that goes into these guys. It is crazy, 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 crazy the amount of attention that goes into them. Now, I guess you could get like super crazy with it, and you could pose them, and you could have a lot of fun. I do know that I'm going to do some TikToks with that Deadpool when I get him, because there is some TikTok things out there I see.
You gotta do this. What do they call it? You gotta make one of those videos where you move it a little bit each
Stop,
time.
yeah, stop motion.
Yeah, the stop
Yeah,
motions, those things are. I bet it's time consuming as shit. But there was one guy that did spend an entire day at Epcot one time doing it, going from the beginning of the park all the way around the circle to the end of the park. It took him all day to do the stop motion. He'd do one step, take a picture, one step, take a picture, one step, take a picture. It's like, good Lord. But it looked awesome.
Yeah, they typically, so I've seen some of them that look like a lot of fun that I might like get on TikTok and play around with just a little bit. I kind of wish I could have found that gizmo though. I must be spelling it wrong. Must be spelling it wrong. How would you spell gizmo?
Gizmo.
That's what I thought. ZMO, right? Gizmo. GI. Ah, there he is. Check this out. You can buy the gremlins. Check this out. This is a so they are, I think it's a foot tall. Let me go back and look for sure. They're not super, yeah, foot tall. So these guys are a foot tall. They're a movie replica of them. So you know that they're like movie quality. This is what they would have had in the movie when they were doing it. So it's a movie replica of it. Absolutely insane. You can buy all of these guys. I have seriously looked. If I had crazy amounts of money and nothing else to do with them, you would see these guys all over my basement moving around in the middle of the night just for fun. Just for fun.
Why not?
Just for fun. If I had crazy amounts of money to just sink into making videos for fun, these guys would be all over my studio. All over my studio.
I mean, like I said, they're awesome. I don't have the kind of money to drop on them.
No, so that one's $120. It's not super crazy compared to like some of the figures, but it is still expensive, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that is still a very expensive figure.
Yeah.
What do you got up there?
Oh, nothing. Just I was looking on the Funko website, see if there's.
Oh, I got some stuff. Oh wait, I got some stuff we can still talk about. No worries, I got you. So we're gonna go to the hot stuff for geeks. And then I got some stuff over on Funko that we'll talk about too, because there is some cool stuff going on over at Funko. Just nothing. They never like really talk about a whole lot after a convention for whatever reason. They kind of let their hype die. I've always been kind of confused what happens there. I guess it's the same thing with their stock though. So I guess I understand. I guess I understand. Hey, I wonder if that means like that people that invested in them that lost money, if they'll have to like pay them back.
I would assume so. You can't defraud your investors.
I would like them to pay me back. All right.
Yeah, I don't know how well that'll work, but
see what?
Yeah, so they don't know how well that worked. They can't pay their bills, and I mean, can't pay you back. They're hurting.
They're going to be hurting for a really long time. So I went to Hot Stuff for Geeks today to just kind of see like what they had going on over there. I kind of got disappointed quickly though, because there's not really anything that you can see that's going to be coming out like here in the near future. It's nothing like phenomenal, right? We've already seen this Elvira, right? You remember that one. Mm-hmm. We've seen this Elvira. This will be the third time.
Again, third time.
So we've done the regular, we've done the diamond, and now we'll see her in the black light. I mean, so this is the third time we've seen this Elvira. I have 2 of them. Will not have 3. Will not have 3. The Pokemon fans are going to eat those up no matter what they are. We do have some new Stitches, which I think we said were going to be the next Deadpool a long time ago. So we do got some new Stitches that'll be coming. Kind of cool, I guess.
The Christmas time one. My kids will like it.
We got the new Beetlejuices that'll be coming out. So we got the new Beetlejuice movies coming out, in case no one knows. It's got I'm
excited for it.
It's got the same actor that played Wednesday Addams is playing. I can't remember that young girl's name, but that's going to be who is playing in that one. And then I think we have Johnny Depp as Beetlejuice.
No, that's Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton played Beetlejuice.
So we got Michael Keane as Beetlejuice. We have that young lady that's coming in for that one. Other than that, there's just not like a whole lot out there to talk about. Some of this we already talked about last week, so it's not anything new. The Christmas Carol, I guess, is new. We didn't see that one last week, so they got the Christmas Carol.
I kind of like the idea of the 3 ghosts. So
I do too, but I don't think that that's strong enough to like.
I mean, I don't even know. What's funny is that one on the right is actually one of the ghosts. That's Ghost of Christmas Present, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah, that's Ghost of Christmas Present. So my question is, this is off of. There must be a new Christmas Carol coming out this year or something that would explain it, because the blue one's got to be Ghost of Christmas Past, which is the first one. Then you got Present, which is up there, and then you got the skull, which has got to be Future. So what the hell is that gold thing?
I have no clue. No clue what's going on with this. Hi, Pumpkin. Come here. Hold on.
That little one.
Hold on. Here. Come here. Gotta get you around these wires. All right. I have no clue like what's going on with some of these. I'm excited for the Wednesday. The Elvira we've already seen. So there's really not like a whole lot to talk about on that front. But check this out. Funko like did bring out some stuff that they probably brought out in the convention, and maybe I just missed or something to that effect or something like that, right? But they are coming out with some stuff that I think is pretty cool. But on one hand, I think it's really cool. On the other hand, I think that might be garbage if we're being honest with each other. Let me throw it up there. So you have the new Bitty Pop.
Yes, I did start seeing some of these.
So you have the new Bitty Pop rides, right?
So a little Bitty Pop, and then you get a ride along with it.
So it's going to be that.
It doesn't make a ton of. I mean, you got to be able to put that in there somewhere. But if you've ever seen a Bitty Pop, they have a little base to them.
So I'm thinking that the base and everything is just going to go down inside the car.
Maybe right? That hole is through.
Yes.
And just put the Bitty Pop through it. Maybe
that's what I'm thinking. That the base is going to go all the way down into the car.
Yeah, because look, there's another picture of him in the car, so it's got to be fully open. You got to be able to stick him up to the car. Yeah, gotta be.
How small is? I mean, so that's how big your Bitty Pops are. I mean, they're little bitty like guys, right?
They're smaller than Matchbox.
How small is this thing going to be? I mean,
for sure smaller than Matchbox. I mean, maybe half the size of a Matchbox car.
Smaller than a Hot Wheel?
Yeah. Like half the size of a Hot Wheel car.
Seems absolutely insane to me that they're doing this, but there's some cool ones. So I don't want to dismiss it. I don't want you to think that I'm immediately dismissing it, because there is some cool ones. And for the Batman fans, they're probably going to want this guy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why, but maybe it just doesn't have any like detail work into it. You have, they're bringing this one back out. No, this is for the Bitty Pops. So they brought
like
this out for the Bitty
Pops. Shelf holder.
Yeah, they brought these out for the Bitty Pops last year. They're bringing them back out. So you'll be able to get the bat signal where you put the Bitty Pops on it. I think this is a way of trying to make Funkos collectible again or affordable is what I think they were doing. So they decided to make them super, super, super.
Now, I ain't going to lie. I there's a section in my Walmart that has all these little things. And usually I still actually, I don't go in the back because Walmart doesn't carry a lot of stuff anymore. But they do usually have, at any one time, they usually have 2 boxes of Bitty Pops out on the shelf for the little individual ones to buy. And usually if it's a set that I kind of like, I will buy them. Or like my kids have gotten the princess ones. So I with the little tiny ones, I'm more inclined to buy those in the store than, than a regular pop, to be honest with you.
Right. I don't know. So like the Millennial Falcon, there's a lot of people that will want these just because they're hardcore Star Wars fans and they're hardcore Funko fans. So there will be people out there that will buy these irregardless as to how small they are. I'm with Zach though. That's what she said. How small is it? Well, that's what she said. Blah. I got you. I that's my favorite jokes. So there's ones like that one. They came out with some very strong ones to begin with. I mean, the Harry Potter on the Hogwarts Express, very strong one. The Millennium Falcon, very strong one. Batman and the Batmobile, very strong one. I mean, they've come out with some really like strong ones right out the hole. You're going to get the I don't know what this is. What is another Harry Potter?
That's Springwell
Yeah,
or Ollivanders.
it's super strong, I'm sure. All right, so we're gonna come out with Jack Skeleton in his house, also super strong, right? Super cool,
They're
super
hitting some cool
strong.
ones. It's not just rides. It's yeah, I don't know. I think
Town
it's
and rides, yeah, they're coming out with the town and the rides, right? So we got the mini rides and the towns. So then you got him in the snowmobile. Also, I think it's really strong. They know what they're doing with these. I just think $6 might be too much.
I think at least I mean, how much are the regular ones? They're usually
I
like
don't know. I don't know. And that's the problem. I think about the price of a Hot Wheel, right? So the price of a Hot Wheel right now is $1.48,
yeah,
58.
like that.
It's gonna have as much.
We should be talking about Hot Wheels more often because compared to the Beanie Babies and what we think Funko is becoming a Beanie Baby to possibly become non-existent, but Hot Wheels has been one of the number one longest reigning collectibles out there.
Yes, for sure. And you can actually join like a Hot Wheel club. I don't know if y'all know this, but there's a Hot Wheel fan club out there that you can join that you get like exclusive like Hot Wheels.
I mean, still today, you have some Hot Wheels that are worth some money. I mean, still big time. It's crazy.
Let's see. I'm gonna get it up there real quick, but I'm gonna keep talking about these for a minute because I'm just not done. But while I'm thinking about it, let me get this other. So there is a it's called the Red Line Club. That's what it is, and I'll take you over there a minute. I've almost joined it a few times because you can get these exclusive cars that you can buy. Hot Wheels has been a collectible for a very very long time. You're 1,000% correct, and there's a lot of people that still overlook them for whatever reason. This is the one that sold me. This is the one where I was like, okay, all right, I get it. But this also shows that they came out with their heaviest hitters right at the beginning. Right at the beginning. They're going to come out the hole.
The one thing I didn't see that you know me, I'm a fan of, that I didn't see is I would like to see one of the best rides out there, the DeLorean.
Right. Well, this told me that they were coming right out the hole with their heaviest hitters, right? Because we haven't seen the chimichanga truck in a really, 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 really long time. I mean, so we haven't seen this in a long time. They came out with a lot of their like top hidden brands, a lot of their top hidden franchises. It's going to probably do pretty well from them, to be honest. I mean, this will probably be one of them that doesn't do that shabby.
I mean, not wrong.
Or at least these will do good. I think that their thoughts are if they can do really good with the first ones, then they will like spiral that into people will just want to collect the rest of them.
Yeah,
I think is where they're at with that. If we can get people to buy these.
I mean, on top of the Bart Simpson, I think I saw a Bart Simpson one with a Quickie Mart is definitely a cool one.
Leonardo in the van.
I just remember one catching my eye.
Leonardo in the van is a cool one, regardless. Like
you got the turtle van. That's kind of
the turtle van. So that's really cool, right? I mean, so they came out with some heavy hitters, heavy hitters, and I can't even be upset with them, but I'm in risk of getting more jokes. They're going to be really
burgers,
really small.
Yeah, they are. $10 for Bob's Burgers.
I guess it's some of them they up the price. So some of them they up the price for how small they were.
Wait, so I just went on the site. It's right. All the houses. The rides are $6, and the ones with like buildings
are $10.
That's stupid.
Why would I pay them $4 more? There's not more to it.
There's not more to it. That's ridiculous. That's just kind of gouging at that point. I guess maybe they're thinking there's more plastic in the buildings than the rides. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't really know what they're thinking, but hey, Bees popping, what's up? How are you doing today? Good to see you coming and hanging out with us. Good to see you coming and hanging out with us. Bees is gonna get all of these. Bees is on top of every one of these. Him and Zach right now are gonna gobble these up. So the houses are $10. The rides are $6.
Oh, I just got that Christmas Carol thing. It actually shows it down here. That gold one is Ghost of Christmas Past. The skeleton, that's just Jacob Marley that glows in the dark.
Right.
Okay, that makes more sense. Sorry.
That does make more sense, and I'll scroll down it in a second and look at them again. So you can get Bart in the town. You called that one out just a
I
second
do
ago.
like this one. This one is kind of cool. I mean, who doesn't?
I mean,
want
so look, maybe the mini towns would not be that bad of an idea. I mean,
yeah. Get a bunch of little mini towns set up. I mean, that'd be fun.
I mean, I don't know what you would do
Frodo
with it
in there, man.
What would you do with it once you got it set up? Like,
I don't know. You can't really display them because they're too goddamn small to display.
You're gonna make a micro video. I've never tried to make a micro video. I guess there'd always be a first.
Thank you, Bees Poppin'. Definitely appreciate it. We got to throw something in there. We haven't done
it. Bees Poppin'.
Where is it? Where is it?
Super chat.
Definitely appreciate your Bees Poppin'. Thank you very, very much.
Appreciate
From
you.
the land down here in Australia? Are you visiting there? Or are you living over there?
I'm pretty sure living.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be what, morning there? And they're like on the opposite time frame that we are.
So let's see. So I got to finish this out. Appreciate you, Bees. So I got to finish this out. So there was one down there that I seen, and I was like, all right. I guess I could like get down with this one.
SpongeBob
and the pineapple.
That's always a classic.
That's mine.
That is yours. Say everything's mine right now, guys. Everything's mine.
That's mine.
Everything. All of Papa's things are mine. She said yes. She knows. She knows. I thought you did, Bees Poppin'. So the pineapple, I think. Look, so I can't dog these out. The only thing I can say is that they're pretty cool. I like the concept of them. I hate how small they are. I know that these things are going to be like micro. Ooh.
I think that's where I have a hard part with $10 for that, because almost for $10 you can or maybe pay $2 more and you get a full 3-inch pop, and you're buying something that small for $10. I mean, I could say maybe $6 for $6 or $7 for the house, and maybe $5 for the ride. I don't know. That just the price point seems to be off.
It seems really off to me. I don't really understand like their crazy price point that they have going on. The thing that I was saying though is and I look at these a lot like they're getting into the world of Hot Wheels.
It's weird.
It just the price difference is wild to me.
Rachel, the Central Perk.
I don't know if that one will be nearly as like
hitting. Friends has still got a very, very big cult following.
I still don't know if it'll hit as good as the other ones will. The other ones are just going to hit different. I mean, that's just the truth to it, right? What?
It's a countdown calendar.
What do you mean?
So you see how you got days left, days to Halloween on one side, days to Christmas on the other side. So it's kind of a 2-holiday countdown calendar.
Oh, I see this. $50 though.
I can't complain with that price because Disney has some countdown calendars out here. I don't think they're quite $50, but I think they're like $30 to $40 out here with Disney characters.
What are they made out of?
It's usually like almost like a not a ceramic type model, but I mean these are Funko, so this has to be plastic in some way.
So it's dual sided. So you have that side right there, and then this side right here. So maybe that's where they get the $50. So if you're $10 a piece,
These definitely appreciate it. Appreciate
I-
even on the rewinds.
I guess I understand, right? Always watching you guys on the replay. Thank you, man. We appreciate you so much.
I'm
Appreciate you.
I'm hope we stay honest for you as always.
That's right. So I guess I kind of understand like why that's $50. I guess I can
This
feel
is
that
an
out.
item you could put out on the display for 2 different holidays.
Well, it's actually 4 pops altogether. So it's
Yeah.
if 4 pops with the whole display with the intricate work, I guess I'll eat some crow on that.
Because you got to think about it. Out here, mind you, we got to deal with Disney pricing, and that's a whole different pricing level in itself. But they have Halloween countdown things just like this, and they have Christmas ones. So you're spending $30-$40 on each one. Get this for $50 for both holidays. I'm not. I'd be more opposed. I'd be more inclined to do that. 1,000%.
I like it. I like it. I wish they need to do something else now, other than those, because I get it why they did
It's
those.
at least something different than the advent calendars.
True, I get why they did it, but it's true. So you have Ebenezer Scrooge, you have Marley the Glow, which should have been a Chase variant, but it's not.
Tiny
Tiny Tim,
So the yellow ones goes to
past,
Christmas past,
present, and then
future, or yet to come is what they're
yet
calling.
to come.
I thought it was always Christmas future or something.
Yeah, that shows.
Coca-Cola Bear, I'm always a fan of, and out here we got Coke store out of Disney Springs, so you will find I can get pretty much any Coke pop over there most of the time because they sell them at the big ass Coke store.
Right.
Fightful American Tail, that one does speak to me. I don't know if they've had American Tail before, but that one, I mean, I remember that was a huge. I remember watching as a kid and being one of my favorite movies. So that I'm kind of actually happy with. And that black and white captain, you know me, I kind of need that one.
It's okay. It makes me want to take a crayon to it. Every time I see it, I think about like getting Sharpies out on it.
I know, but me, Captain, is like you, Deadpool. I mean, I gotta have that.
I almost like said some funny stuff when I seen Michael, and then decided this was probably like not the right time. You know what I was gonna say though. All right, then we got.
I think we've gone into where we've been before.
Hold on though. So check these guys out, right? This no, we haven't been here yet. So this Funko Fusion, right, that they're coming out with.
But it's a Freddy, dude.
These things are hard, man. I don't know what this game's about, but I know that I'm gonna play it.
But it's a Freddy.
These things are hard, man. Let's look at.
I just can't be sold on Freddies. Even I mean, I get it. This one's a lot different. This one's cooler, and I mean, this is probably the best way.
If it really looks like that thing's like pretty damn badass. I mean, some work went into that. If it really looks like that, I have a feeling that it won't. But if in fact it does, that's really cool. Just like this guy right here, the Freddy, the Meg Freddy. That dude looks really cool. But check out the boxes.
The boxes are cool as hell. I'll give you that. They did a great job on the boxes. But they're both Freddys. I can't do it.
Oh no, man. I understand you're not a Freddy fan, but those things are really, really cool.
And I'm really cool. Not a Freddy fan.
And then more of the fusion stuff. I mean, I don't know what this one is. It looks ugly.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Then you got this guy here. It's clobbing people with a stick, I guess. Looks like
that's Shaun of the Dead. I know that. That's Sean. What the hell is his name? Something Penn.
Clubbing people with sticks.
This is from Shaun of the Dead. It's like kind of his. I think he kind of produced it. But yeah, that was. I'm a fan of that movie. That one I'd be cool with.
So these two both come with a Chase variant. So you're gonna get this version or that version. What's that?
Cool. That Chase one's kind of cool.
If it really looks like that, because that is very intricate work.
But here's no, hold on. You gotta listen to me though. I think these are cool, and I think that unfortunately we've been down this road before with Funko, and these are really cool, and I think they're cool. And then, you know, you're going to be able to create an even better connection once the game comes out. But either they're going to do a really good job and make it so you can really have a good connection to these different versions, especially these chases, or they're really just going to fall flat on their face and we're all going to be disappointed as hell with this game.
I think that we're all going to be disappointed with the game. Is what
I
I
have a
think's going to
bad
happen.
feeling about it just because, I mean, come on, they did so well selling these SDCC, you know, and getting us hyped for that, and then I'm tired of getting excited for something that Funko does just to be completely disappointed.
So let's talk about the SDCC stuff. So I just got my box, my box of fun, my mystery box from them. The
Oh, you did
mystery
get
box
one?
of fun. I got one, but I just got it. So you have to remember that I ordered it on the 26th. I just received this thing yesterday. So I'll make a video of it and post it Friday. It won't be like everybody else's video. Y'all already know that, so come watch it. But I'm going to make the video and I'm going to post it of me opening it. It won't be the boring, just me sit in front of the damn camera and tell you how cool Funko is. You know, that's not how I roll. But I am going to do it. But I want you to think about how long it took them to send it to me. It took them so long that 3 or 4 days ago, I sent them a message at day 9 and said, "Hey, y'all just cancel my order. Just cancel my order. I don't, if you haven't sent me a confirmation," they sent me no confirmation email. They sent me nothing. They basically billed me, said you'd be getting your tracking information, never updated me again until day 9. And I said, "Hey, look, y'all just refund it because I'm not trying to like play with y'all. Don't you keep it, no big deal. I'm not trying." Well, they never responded to my email, which was also kind of shitty too. They never like reached back out and was like, "Sorry, it's already shipped. Here's your tracking information." Nothing. They just like let it sit there blank, you know, and didn't respond to whatever, which I also believe is shitty. I also believe that like the days of you being able to contact Funko are dead because Funko now has that whole like TikTok thing. When you try and like contact them, it goes to a questionnaire, and then the questionnaire gives.
Oh yeah, they don't technically. There's no phone numbers anymore. It goes through levels of, you know, hey, here's all the usual questions,
help yourself,
usual answers. Yeah, help yourself type thing. Yeah.
Help yourself type thing, which is garbage in the world of customer service. We should boycott every company that does this. Every company that says, if you have a problem with us, go through this help yourself platform, and then we're going to make you speak to an AI that's going to ignore you and not really answer your question because they don't know how. They only know how to answer these questions, and anything outside of these questions, it can't answer. So it just starts putting you in a loop because it doesn't know how to like.
Well, that's because they're also being too cheap and don't actually even want to pay for a call center.
Yes, they don't even want to pay for a call center anymore. So the days of like truly contacting Funko are dead. You'll never be able to truly contact Funko again. It will always go to this like cheesy like help yourself center, and then you'll have to fight with AI. But anyways, I sent them an email and they never replied to it. They just kind of, it still showed up at my house, thank God, because I figured it was no longer showing up here either. So they were just going to take your money and run with it now. But it took them from the 26th till yesterday to make it to my house. How long was that?
Too long.
That was, let me see, that was exactly,
numbers are hard.
Almost 2 weeks exactly. that was almost exactly 2 weeks from the time that I bought it. So it took them that long to get it into the mail. When I said, "How about y'all just refund it?" they probably had just sent it out that day. It was probably just sent out that day. They were like, "Nope, get it out in the mail. Get it out in the mail. Yeah. Get it out in the mail."
But I will go. I was looking through this too. I actually might find a Star Wars pop I could actually be interested in.
What'd you find?
Further down, there is a bronze Darth Maul. And mind you, this Darth Maul has been done 1,000 times over, but one, the box looks pretty awesome. And
I hate that they keep making this one.
Oh,
Guess what? Same number. Oh, 1442. All right, let me find him.
Keep going. We're getting down to Star Wars stuff. This one, I'm
Boba
like,
Fett's.
oh, yeah.
More Boba Fett's coming. They're like trying to tap back into that group. They know us Boba Fett fans have to have everything Boba Fett.
Classic Marvel.
Yeah, classic Marvel coming back out too.
All
you
done
don't have enough. Ooh, chocolate Willy Wonka, so you can break your teeth.
Plastic.
Yep.
What's up, Simon? Right there, right there. Darth Maul.
Right. That is pretty fire.
That is, and look, and put it on the box one.
What's popping, Simon? See what?
Put it on the box view.
Ooh, that is pretty cool too. You know, so they must have got approval from Star Wars to change their boxes. You know, they got in trouble for that once before.
Yeah. Well, I think they got, and especially if they have that red backing behind there. Ooh, this line of Star Wars that came out all has this red type or black and red type of box.
Did they come out with a all bronze Star Wars collection?
No, this is the only bronze one I've seen. But to me, and of course we've already seen this. This is a regurgitated pop. But here's where I don't want this to happen. This is cool. This is cool. This is the first one I've seen kind of done. Maybe we've done this before. But don't get overly crazy and start bronzing everything. But this is cool. And I think it's a double win because the box is cool too.
You already know if this thing has like any kind of ability.
If this thing sells out truly,
we'll see 1,000.
We're going to start seeing a whole bunch of shit bronze. And
every one of them will be bronze.
I'm like,
every single one of them.
You blacklighted it again. You screwed up something cool
again.
And you just puked all over it.
You did it again, Funko. You did it again.
Did it again. Come on. And we're not talking about the Britney pop that's up the way.
They're gonna bronze that one too. You know, they're gonna have to bronze.
Is that the new vaulting? Is when we bronze things?
We're gonna bronze things. That's when we've gotten ancient. I'm with you.
It's almost going back to Chrome. That's almost going back to the Chrome everything.
Oh, I believe that. So I didn't even really see that they had a new like Star Wars line coming out until you pointed that out. So they got some more Star Wars stuff. They got the Chase Special Deluxe Darth Vader on the what is it?
TIE
the
Fighter.
X Starfighter, the Starfighter, not the TIE Fighter, the Starfighter. So they got that one. They got that. So I like the Darth Maul. That's pretty cool. I'm with you on that one.
The bronze one, I mean, the regular one, I could take it or leave it, but that bronze one's pretty.
They upped the price by $3 though because it's an exclusive.
Bastards.
Yeah. They got this set right here. I kind of like.
Yeah, I guarantee you. Please, certain people, you know, a limited amount of people, don't make this an overly cool thing because then, yes, they're going to start bronzing everything. Don't let them do it, please.
So, I kind of like this one, to be honest with you. I don't really know why. I kind of like these guys, but they remind me a lot of Bitty Pops.
Oh, Quick Draw says they have done bronze before.
I think they have. I think I've seen some stuff.
He said there's one more excuses to have, but he said this one looks way better. Oh, these are pocket.
Yeah, these are going to be the holiday guys. So it comes in that little holiday pack, the Christmas tree right there.
Oh.
That 4-pack.
I wish doing advent calendars or doing little 4-packs.
Yeah, so I wish that they would leave these guys to be a mystery though. So maybe put like 3 of them in there with a mystery.
Give us a little mystery. At least give us one mystery.
Well, if you're not going to put like the plastic window on it, then make one of them a mystery. I mean, it's just common sense at that point.
Simon, I didn't completely hate those melting snowmen. Come on, man. I know Wayne did, but I didn't completely hate them.
I hated those melting snowmen. They were up there with the chocolate, the Valentine's chocolates.
Valentine's chocolate was bad.
They were right there with the Valentine's chocolates. They were terrible. You're never going to convince me that they were good. They're trash. They'll always be trash. They're always gonna be trash. It was Funko trying to like fire their artist and do their own art creativity, and it was terrible. It's like Britney Spears right here. It was just terrible.
But
terrible.
That's like remember when they did I mean, of course, luckily we don't see them anymore. Maybe because why? Because nobody was buying them.
Like
with,
this thing.
with the art series or the Hydro Dip series.
The Hydro Dip series. Yeah, you
What's
coined
that
that.
box look like?
This thing's stupid. What do you?
I think you get done better with that box.
What is this? Like, what do you, this should be up there with like blackface. This should,
Uh,
what is this?
This is lack of trying because, of course, the golden ticket did so well, and we're like, hey, we're gonna stick some Willy Wonka. We're just gonna not detail him. We're not gonna paint him. We're just gonna make him 3 shades of brown.
What? Like,
We're
what?
just gonna use 3 complete different shades of brown, and we're gonna say that's new.
Somebody should get fired when they do things like this. It'd be one thing if they did like a Willy Wonka chocolate bar, right? I'd be like, all right.
That'd
Or
be
if they
kind of
did
cool.
like they did the unlimited gobstopper, that would be really cool.
Why not? Why not? You know how you do all the different candy. You've done all the different candies with the faces and the arms and the legs.
Yeah.
Do that with the Willy Wonka ones. I'd be down for it.
Well, I thought about doing an unlimited gobstopper.
I'm good with that.
Go sit down though, okay, Pumpkin. So I've thought about doing an unlimited gobstopper, but we have so many cool things, guys. If y'all haven't checked it out, go check it out. DoomsdayDelights.shop. Go check it out. Use promo code. Check this out. I'm gonna hook you up. This is my promo code. So use promo code this one right here.
My kids are bugging me all the time for some free tried candies.
I mean, you'll be seeing me soon, though. I mean, so I have to bring a bunch with me.
There you go.
I have to bring a bunch of it with me. But go see it, DoomsdayDelights.shop. Use promo code Let's Go. Unless you're Simon. And Simon, I don't ship to Canada right now because
Canada's shipping sucks.
Because it's a pain in the ass. I was going to give you some lame excuse. There's no lame excuse. It's a pain in the ass, and it's expensive, and you wouldn't want to order
it
from
costs just as much to ship to Canada as it does to across the ocean to
Australia.
Europe.
Just as much
I could ship to Australia for the same damn price as Canada. That's bull.
Just insane. Insanity how much it is.
Simon, you need to go across the border and go get yourself a P.O. box, and we'll ship there.
That's right. You just got to like jump on that P.O. box. It'd probably be cheaper for you to drive there to the P.O. box than it would be for us to ship it to you. Probably be cheaper for us to pay for your gas to go to the P.O. box than it would be.
Yeah, and that must suck living in Canada because you get dinged with like double shipping fees everywhere.
What do you mean double import fees? What does that mean?
Is Canada, we got whatever, you do tariffs or whatnot. So do they just like impose like incredible shipping costs on anything imported into the country?
So
I hope that means all your domestic in Canada you get a lot cheaper.
Hold on just a second.
That better mean your Canadian beer. What is Canadian beer? Is that Pabst? Is that Canadian beer? Then I think that better be cheap. That would suck. That would definitely suck. I don't know. Canada shipping. I don't get how that works. And maybe we'll have to bring Simon on one of these days just to explain to us how the whole Canada shipping things work. But their shit sucks.
Sorry, so Cora comes to me for Little Debbie's, and I gave her a Little Debbie, and she took the Little Debbie to the bed. And I'd get a divorce if Jess got in that bed later, and there was a Little Debbie in it. So.
A 2-bit Little Debbie.
So I had to go.
Hey, we just had Little Debbie come and leave Florida.
All right, so I had to go grab her real quick before she got a Little Debbie everywhere. You want me to help you get that down some?
That's what we were calling this storm that just came through Florida because it was Hurricane Debbie, but it was just a Category 1, so it was Little Debbie.
You mean the one everybody's freaking out about as per you?
Every storm that comes through here, everyone, we ain't freaking out. We didn't freak out about it. We didn't bat an eye. I was at work.
Yeah, it's just the rest of the world freaks out. The rest of the world freaks out. The rest of the world freaks out. All over the news. When
that thing was coming up, we're like, dude, this thing is a tropical storm. It's just a storm with a name. What are you talking about?
It's about to hit South Carolina. It's going to decimate it. It's like, man, come on, people.
All we got was rain yesterday. We had a little bit. It rained a little bit in the morning. We had sun come out, but then it was a little windy. But other than that we're still getting a little outer band type effect. But we got almost nothing, especially here in Central Florida. So
it's like, come on, guys, it's just a little storm. It's anyway. So what you got
well,
going?
Hold on, I want to read this. Simon says our government taxes us when something shipped to Canada from another country. When the postman shows up, he carries a debit. Are you shitting me? He carries a debit machine? No, that can't be. You gotta be screwing with us. When you put the value of the box when you send it, Canada taxes us on that. No.
What if you only put $1?
No way. So you can't get your boxes unless you pay the postman and his debit card machine.
It's not edible.
That is what? Serious? No way. Come on, man.
So what if you put $1 on the box? I mean, do they tax you for $1?
Even the high cost we pay, they still got to pay an additional tax just to get their box.
Just to get it, like absolutely insane. They're like, oh, you're gonna have to pay again to like get your. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
There's no chance. Look, no. What you got going on this week? Anything?
Actually, I do have something because, of course, this week starting Thursday is D23 out here. Even though the D23 Expo is happening over in California and Anaheim, it's still big for Disney. Central Florida, big Disney. I'm a big Disney fan, so I will be doing it. And I may actually be live streaming the Saturday. The Saturdays is the event for the like to basically talk about all the parks and all the big things to do with the parks, the cruise ships, the entertainment, all throughout the company. So that's a big one. Unfortunately, the only thing they screwed up this year was the time. The presentation is going to start at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means it's 7 p.m. Pacific time, so which means it's gonna be 10 o'clock Eastern time. So it'll be a late one, but I'll be up. I gotta do some testing and try to make sure I get some good video of this and be ready. But yeah, I want to be able to live stream and comment reaction type of situation. So a lot of this, there's a lot of speculation of what they're going to be talking about, possible Magic Kingdom upgrades and possible Animal Kingdom upgrades that are going to be going on. So, and then of course there's always the stuff that we don't know about. So we will see. But this is the Disney's big event. Of course, Lorcana is also going to be at D23, so I'm excited to find out what they're going to be dropping and talking about. So, yeah, if you're a Disney fan, this weekend is where you're going to get all your news, and it should be a lot of fun. So, stay tuned. You can probably find a lot of things on YouTube. If you want to come out and hang out with me about 10 o'clock Saturday night Eastern Standard Time, come and hang out with me. We'll react. We'll talk. We'll have some fun at the same time. But I'm excited. It's my big excitement every year. To me, I'm almost sometimes more excited about that than I am about SDCC.
Hell yeah. Sounds like fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. I'll do my mystery box this week, guys. So get ready to see that one drop Friday. I'll do the San Diego Comic-Con mystery box. I think I got the parrot one. If I remember right, I got the parrot one. It just appealed to me the most. I don't know why. I've watched 0 videos on it. I refuse to watch any until I get this thing open. So, and really, guys, I've been too busy to watch videos anyways. I get to catch TikTok every once in a while, and that is about it.
Hey, you guys do it. What keeps you busy?
Appreciate y'all hanging out with us, guys. We will see y'all next time. Have a good one.
Later.
You guys are gonna have to put this in the description. You know, I'm gonna leave this show tonight a little worse off, I think, quite honestly, than where we began. Everybody is watching this and watching this on the replay. You are now dumber and less important in life because of what has transpired here this evening. We apologize for what's going on right now. I'm gonna try to pretend like none of this happened.